Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed. Chances are you felt it in your body before you found the word. When people encounter that gap, they often seek out different ways of exploring or expressing what's happening inside. And sometimes creating art can help us discover what we've been trying to say all along.
2. From You&Me. I've been in therapy for a while now, and it's helped me understand a lot about myself. But sometimes I leave a session feeling like there's something stuck inside me. I know what happened, I know how it affected me, but when I try to explain certain feelings, the words just don't come. It's like they're there, but I can't quite reach them. Is there another way to express what's going on?
Sometimes understanding an experience and expressing it are two different things. You might know what happened, you might know how it affected you, but finding the words can still be difficult. When people encounter that gap, they often seek out different ways of exploring or expressing what's happening inside. Art therapy is one of those approaches. When people hear the word art therapy, they often imagine being asked to paint their feelings or create beautiful artwork. They often say, "Oh, I'm not an artist." But art therapy isn't really about making art. It's about using the creative process as a way of exploring thoughts, memories, emotions, and experiences that may be difficult to put into words. In an art therapy session, a trained art therapist would invite a client to draw, paint, sculpt, collage, or use other art materials. The artwork becomes another form of communication, a way of expressing emotions that don't always neatly fit into language. And importantly, artistic skills don't matter. You don't need to be creative. You don't need to be good at drawing. You just need a willingness to explore. Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed. Chances are you felt it in your body before you found the words. Maybe it was a tight chest, a knot in your stomach, a racing heart. Human experience doesn't begin with language. Language is something we add later. Talk therapy is incredibly valuable, but some experiences exist beyond language. Think about grief, trauma, loss, shame, and even joy. Often, we feel these things long before we can explain them. Instead of forcing an experience into words, the art can hold it. The artwork becomes a bridge between internal experience and external expression. Sometimes people discover things through the process of creating that they didn't realize they were carrying. Not because the therapist interprets the image for them, but because the act of making helps reveal meaning. What's fascinating is that neuroscience offers some clues around why this can be helpful. Researchers have long observed that some experiences are stored and remembered in ways that are not completely verbal. Not all aspects of our experiences can be processed into words. Emotions, sensations, memories, and images can be difficult to translate into language, especially when an experience is highly significant or overwhelming. That's one reason why someone might know exactly what happened, but still struggle to describe how it feels. Creative activities engage many different processes at once, including perception, movement, memory, emotion, and imagination. When someone creates art, they may be able to explore experiences in a way that's different from just talking alone. The artwork can give form to something that previously felt fragmented, vague, or inaccessible. In that sense, art becomes more than a way of self-expression. It can become a way of exploring, organizing, and reflecting on your experience. It's also important to remember that art therapy isn't simply about making art. Like other forms of therapy, the relationship matters. Healing doesn't come from just the artwork alone. It emerges through the interaction between the artwork, the client, and the therapist. The image becomes part of the conversation, a way of exploring experiences together. Art therapy can be helpful for many different people. Children who don't yet have the vocabulary to describe difficult emotions, adults processing trauma or loss, people who feel disconnected from their emotions, and even those who simply find that talking isn't always enough. It doesn't replace talk therapy. In many cases, it complements it. Sometimes words lead the process, sometimes images do. And often, the two work together. We often see this in people who have lived across cultures and languages. Sometimes a feeling was experienced in one language, but is being discussed in another. Sometimes an experience belongs to a culture, a family system, or part of an identity that doesn't easily translate. The experience is real, the translation is difficult. In those moments, images can sometimes communicate what words struggle to capture. So, to the person who wrote that letter, if you've ever felt there was something inside you that words couldn't quite reach, you are not alone. Some experiences want to be spoken, others want to be drawn, painted, shaped, or imagined. Art therapy offers another pathway into understanding ourselves, not because words have failed, but because human experience is often much bigger than words alone. And sometimes creating art can help us discover what we've been trying to say all along. Art therapy isn't about creating something beautiful, it's about creating something honest, because sometimes healing begins the moment an experience finally takes shape outside of us. Not in perfect words, but in a form that we can finally see, understand, and share. So art therapy isn't about making good art, it's about making meaning. If you enjoyed watching today's video, please hit subscribe and like. Down below in the comment section, please feel free to share what your creative processes are, and we're interested to hear your thoughts. If there is a topic or theme that you're interested in, please feel free to share with us via our email, and we will try our best to make those videos. Thank you for watching. Bye!